traces of the supernatural reveal themselves more often than intelligent and reasonable men would prefer them to. Chimeras, worshipped by our ancestors centuries ago, crawl back into the light from ancient times. The directors of our fate rain ash down on us from the grey heavens. They conceal themselves beneath us, above us, and among us, staying hidden until we muster up the resolve to meet their malevolent gaze. Having been discovered, they appear in the flesh for a mere moment, and then they expire horribly, wreaking havoc on the world that they rightfully see as their toy.
What's going on here? What? Hi everyone, this is audap, and we're going to take a look at Pathologic. This is the HD version. Let's take a look at the settings. We're in Full HD. Well, we're on absolutely microscopic text. Oh boy. Okay. We'll turn on VSync, and we'll hit the gamma up all the way. I'll turn off the motion blur because that's completely idiotic. Let's try depth of field. We'll leave that off. Turn down the sound just a hair. And for controls here. Oh, okay. So it features the gamepad. Even better. Alright, we'll be able to get very far. I'm super tired, but I wanted to at least check it out. So let's see. Let's play.
So, it's all about trickery to you? Wherever have you come from?
No.
Oh, are there no subtitles? Guess not.
Detest trickery, but if we ourselves are to suffer deception, our hands are no longer tied. Where are we?
Well, a muscular contraction is there. Means you're already inside of him. This must be one of the ventricles, right here.
What is with that tearing? Oh my goodness. Maybe if we turn VSync off? We have to restart the game. Seriously.
Lace. It's stuffed.
Bachelor. The history of humanity witnessed a number of catastrophes that have demonstrated without a shadow of a doubt the pettiness of human achievement and the triumph of the invincible evil. Outbreaks of infectious diseases have, from time to time, wiped out towns and cities off the map are undoubtedly among those. However smart and virtuous, the people caught up in the destructive events have reportedly come to the conclusion that it is no use trying to fight these circumstances. The best you can do is bite the bullet and cope with your losses. This is the story of a person who has managed to work a miracle and defeat a seemingly unvanquishable foe. Respects. How do they call upon the Meku, the faithful of the Warden Kin? Known by their hands, for they are butchers. Known by their eyes, for they are surgeons. They who follow the lines, they who are the leaders of the kin, they who speak the Urguths, they who know the secret art of harspicy. What is a harspec? A hospex? Reading the future in the entails, he knows that a body bears semblance to the universe. His scalpel follows the lines of the body. His steps follow the lines of his kin's fortune. Hospex that can tell a true line from a false one is entrusted with power. A hospex is confused by his path. A hospex who is confused by his path gets buried into the deep black flesh of the earth. This is a story of a person who has avoided all contradiction, eager to rip the doomed life apart, masterfully fulfilling his true purpose in the process. Changeling. This character is only unlocked after you finish the Bachelor or the Hospex. That's too bad. I can't do the female character. Let's do the Bachelor then. I guess.
Daniil Dankovsky, a Bachelor of Medicine, was brought here by circumstances most unfortunate. Dankovsky's life work, his theory challenging the existing notions of human mortality, is being harshly persecuted by the powers that be. Suddenly, a letter arrives from a colleague suggesting that there is previous undiscovered evidence which may support Dankovsky's claims. There is a settlement, the letter says, ruled by an extraordinary man who may well be seen as objective proof of Dankovsky's daring hypothesis. Grasping at straws of hope, Dankovsky decides to follow what he believes to be the sign of divine providence. Without further ado, he sets off for the settlement. Late at night, Bachelor arrives in the town. As he seeks room and board, he gets to know a girl called Eva Yan and stays at her place till dawn.
Ah, getting lucky right off the bat, huh? Everybody's very British looking. Oh. And then the face is like, ugh. As of today, my mission remains obscure. The examination of Simon Kane, who is rumored to be a man of incredible longevity, may shake the very foundation of modern thantology and challenge the existing notions of death itself. However, even if his undying Leviathan proves to be more than a fairy tale, the mere confirmation of his existence won't suffice to prevent the powers that be from shutting our laboratory down. I need to figure out the most faithful approach. Simon is a well-respected man, and if he mistakes my interest for effrontery, it will be nigh impossible to convince him to help me break new ground in the field of human vitality. It's today's quest, nothing. Other tasks, nothing. Okay, no problem. Day 1. By the end of which the bachelor finds himself battling a truly unvanquishable foe. Ooh, boy, it runs fast. But it's an older game, so I would expect them to at least, you know, make sure the performance is up to snuff. What are you gonna do? Punch the desk? Okay. I don't really know how to play, so. Oh, what's this? Well, I'm a bit at odds with the control. Wait, what is this? Oh no, it's a survival game? I have to keep track of all this crap. Are you serious? There's no mouse, there's no cursor or anything. And the buttons I'd normally associate with... Oh, I have a candle, I guess? Can I use that? Oh, okay, there's nothing in there. Scalpel, a large carded scalpel, can be used as a close combat weapon. Not very easy to handle, but very effective due to its sharpness. Details the most damage when attacking from the front. Frequent uses call it to dull quickly. Durability 50%. Okay. Wait a minute. I'm taking that, right? Yeah. And there's nothing here. Ah. Gonna have to do something about this tearing, though. It's driving me nuts. Oh, you're a person. Thought you were a mannequin. Let's walk around a little bit first. Poke at all your personal belongings. Ah, now we'll talk to you. Let's see, did they fully model her? Oh, hey, the bed's right here, too. Yeah, nice. Nice, nice. Two birds, one stone.
I had a feeling you would come.
Did the sounds from the outside wake you up, too? There was a terrible groan, and then something snapped loudly. I'll say I heard nothing. I fell asleep so quickly I didn't even notice. It's like I fainted, so what sounds are you talking about? Okay, you can be terse or loquacious, so... I think there are strangers in the backyard, by the pond. They're unlikely to be planning mischief, but I have a bad feeling about this. I'm afraid to go out to them. I hope they go away soon and stop disturbing our sleep. I'd like to thank you for your hospitality, for board and bed. Why do you think they aren't planning anything foul? Yeah. Our population is so thin. Crime is basically non-existent, especially here in the stone yard. Sometimes there are pranks, of course. Fights happen occasionally. People are young here, so they often go out at night. But we're a tight community, and now I hear unfamiliar speech. That's not a good sound. I'll go out and take a look, but I'm in a hurry. I must see this founding father of yours. Are you willing to trade the company of a fascinated woman for that of a dreadful old man, even if he is a sorcerer? That's so sad. But Simon won't go anywhere. He is. He has always been. He will always be. Even if the moon were to fall to the ground. Please stay with me a little longer. Is Simon a sorcerer? Did I hear you right? Is that the secret to his longevity? I couldn't even imagine the hospitality here, but who was waiting for me? I didn't notify old Burka of my arrival. I'm not even sure what made me take off for this place. Are you in that much of a hurry? Do come around. The Canes are asleep now. Take your knockabout coat off. Have a rest in my bed. Let me warm your hands. You're so anxious to see Simon, as though your life depended on it. My life, yes. Now that my laboratory is on the brink of destruction, my whole life's pursuit depends on that remarkable man. If he has really managed to live that long, then his tissues will help me defeat death. I only have one choice. Damn it. I wanted to stay for a while. Death. So that's the enemy you've chosen for yourself. Isn't that hard? I don't think anyone has managed to defeat that evil yet. Millions of doctors defeated it on certain singular occasions, but my enemy is more fearsome. It is death itself, rather than a singular case of death. My enemy is inevitability. I am challenging the forces of nature. Sure. I don't understand. I can barely understand it myself. Could death only seem inevitable to us, but in reality be nothing more than a whim of the will that had shaped the world? This is the question. So where is my key to victory? Or I could say, show me where Simon lives. We'll be loquacious. It's not fair. The Canes live in the Crucible on Bridge Square. But could I please offer you a piece of advice? Go on. Simon has two younger brothers. The eldest of the two, Georgie, is the judge by the locals. Visit him first. He isn't asleep. He'll teach you how to speak with Simon. The younger of the three is Victor. His daughter Maria also wanted to see you. It's probably important. Wait, she knew about my arrival beforehand? Yes, she told me about it privately. Talking to her is no simple task. Maria's is that kind of person. She puts on airs, but that's just how the Canes are. It was Maria who told me that she would help you defeat death. That's the precise wording. What a coincidence. Alright, thank you for the advice. Go, and I'll prepare everything for your return. Do come back after you speak to the Canes. They will probably do a lot of things that will puzzle you and put you on your guard. I will have some advice that may be of help to you, if you need it. Okay, I'll come back. It's unlikely to stay here long, Eva. I will depart after speaking with Simon. No, I'm going to come back and see you. You've got a nice warm bed. And a nice warm body. And, you know, I probably haven't gotten any for a long time because this place is scary. What the hell kind of... Seriously? Venerable Bachelor, please be so kind as to linger for a minute. This conversation won't take too much of your time, especially since time stops during dialogues, at least during the important ones. And our dialogue is extremely important. You need to know how to play, after all, don't you? Play? What are you talking about, masked man? I am neither gambler nor actor. Who are you? Some other time, kind stranger. Who are you? I'm a poor tragedian, if you please, a victim of circumstances, just like you. You're mistaken. I am the director, the person in charge of the situation. I am not a random actor. You look more like a comedian. I don't have time to talk to you. Of course you aren't. You are a living, breathing man, as is evident from your conditions and statuses. You experience hunger, thirst, and fatigue, even suffer from pain, wounds, and diseases. You're so lifelike. You have to eat, drink, sleep, and rest, and to make mistakes. The latter being the most definitive proof of my human nature, wouldn't you agree? No, I don't. Not me. If I may, I would like to point out just how important it is to keep an eye on your condition. If you get dizzy or are naturally sluggish, do have it checked up. The vital processes tend to run faster during emergencies than everyday life. I know a person who died of stress, but that was diagnosed with starvation. It happens. I can hardly testify to that as a doctor. Cut with the silliness, good sir. I can take care of myself. Need I remind a wise man like you of the fact that hunger is sated with food? Food can be found in shops, and shops can be found in ordinarily houses that are marked with specific signs. Sleep, however, is more complicated. People only sleep in beds and only in private residences around here. I'm sorry, that's just how our world is. Yes, this world is unjust. And quite silly, if you forgive me for saying so. Speaking of commerce, different shops sell similar items at different prices. Make sure you don't get cheated. People can be quite brazen around here. You can also barter with the folk out in the street. Some things may be nothing more than trinkets to you, but others would be willing to part with their life's blood for them. Blood? You're a boar, mate. Let me through. Oh, blood. Yes, blood. It's not my place to lecture you, but if, following your Hippocratic oath, you ever consider easing someone's pain, feel free to just approach them with a suitable drug. You will see that their pain receding before your very eyes. The slick fall asleep when they're close to recovery, don't they? Or when they are close to their ultimate rest. Still, helping the homeless will grant you a good reputation. You will be seen as a benefactor, willing to part with precious sleep, caught, or a precious sleep drought, or a painkiller for simple bystanders. And nothing else? No, not yet. Show me the way to Simon's house? Bye then, Mask. Turn left now, then walk along the alley, and you will see a cathedral with 3 mansions across the bridge square. Simon lives in the one that is the closest to the river. Thank you. You freaky bastard. What the hell is this? Oh, I can talk to you. Oh, what the hell? Halt. I'm going to have to teach you about the technical difficulties of the setting. The time and the place, it's non-essential, but that's just how it is. The actor has to be prepared before he goes on stage, or else he'll fall down the aisle or stumble upon the prompt box. That would look mighty silly, wouldn't you agree? Speak, I'm listening. Time flies by, and it can't be stopped or turned back. Night follows days, which are then followed by nights. Things happen without any regard for whether you're there to witness them. Don't expect anyone to wait for you. Most events can be missed. And so it would make sense for you to visit the places that you care about regularly. You'll find the people that will play major roles in your fate there stand out from the common folk. The rest are just crowd shot, a background, a bunch of extras, as it has always been. Indeed. Still, it's best to avoid hasty judgment. It's a paradox, you see. Don't try to care too much for the lives of these bound to stand out people, and don't be too dismissive of the silent crowd. Both extremes will end it in tragedy. Why is that? This world cares for your reputation, a fine and crucial instrument. Your reputation changes the world you see, for it is a mirror, you would have to agree. It is also a bad question. Or is also, and so a bad reputation can get you into a lot of trouble. For example, oh, need I describe? You've got a vivid imagination. Everything changes from mystical aspects to mundane things, like the people you need to, everything changes from mystical aspects to mundane things, like the people you need treating you badly. How many enemies you've got, how high the prices rise, how bad your dreams are, lots of things. A sorry prospect, so how do I maintain my reputation? Really? How's that even a question? Same as anywhere. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not lie, thou shalt not betray, do not steal, do not covet. Don't be an asshole. Do not get caught. The rules are the same everywhere. A truly selfless deed, like risking something for thy neighbor or even a person who lives quite far away, can't help a dire situation. I see. Really? Good for you then. As for me, I can't see anything in this mask. I have no idea what's going on. Anything get too awkward? Anyway, don't get too worked up about human lives, and don't put too much stock in another's words, mine included. He who trusts everyone is asking to be deceived. See, definitely, yet he who trusts no one is deluded. I know that from experience. Speaking of trust, where does Simon Kane reside? I'll say definitely. Damn, this place is full of all sorts of weirdos. Seems like one of you is going to eat each other. Okay, let's save. With my mouse, apparently. And let's call it there. We're definitely going to play more of this. This is a weird game. With weird characters, but intriguing so far. Anyway, this is audap. You're watching Pathological. This game is just at regular price on Steam or on GOG. I happen to have a Steam version, though I kind of wish I would have bought it on GOG, but oh well. Alright, it's already done. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.